No casualties have been reported, but it was a level 3 fire that broke out in this particular scrap compound.
Early this morning, huge flames engulfed Mankud's mandala. This comes as a level 3 fire broke out in a scrap compound in Mandala. Police and fire tenders were rushed immediately at spot in a bid to assess the situation and control the raging blaze that sent thick black plumes of smoke up high in the air. While the authorities have informed that no casualties have been reported so far, a probe is now underway to ascertain the cause of the fire. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And the poll battle has only been heating up in Karnataka, where elections are due on 10th of May. Now remember, it was just yesterday, Monday, that Jagdish Shettar, who's been the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, resigned in fact, officially joined the Congress. This just a day after he resigned from the BJP. And a day after that, after he officially joined the Congress, visuals now coming in of protests that are taking place by the BJP workers against Jagdish Shettar in the Karnataka district. So there you see the ire of the BJP workers against Jagdish Shettar, who was officially inducted in the Congress just yesterday. The visuals there on your screens which show how the BJP workers are seen burning the portrait of effigy of Shettar that's hung in the party office in Devanagari last evening. The visuals there from last evening after he joined the Congress party yesterday. Now remember, Jagdish Shettar has stated that he's been humiliated by the BJP and he was denied a ticket by the BJP to contest from the Hubballi constituency. So tracking the latest from Karnataka, let's go across to Prajwal also, who's joining us live right now. Prajwal, we understand that there is of course a lot of anger among the BJP workers as well against Jagdish Shettar.
Absolutely, now, because one of the major reasons is the fact that there was a lot of targeting by Jagdish Shettar against the MLA, against Davangere MLA Tippa Reddy as well, and we also saw the sort of confusion that was witnessed to, and Jagdish Shettar mainly blamed, stating that why should GH Tippa Reddy be given a ticket from Davangere, because he was over 70 years old. And this is something which the BJP cadre in Davangere had objected to as well. And also later, once Jagdish Shettar joined the Congress party, the BJP cadres across the entire state of Karnataka started protesting, and especially in Davangere as well, because he had also targeted the BJP MLA there. Apart from which the angst is quite known now, because of the fact that he was a loyal party worker for the BJP from the past 4 decades as well, and this is something which they were not happy at all, and therefore they have gone ahead and protested. It is not only in Davangere but also in several regions of Hubballi, Dharwad, where many of them have gone ahead and protested. They have also stated that all said and done now, Jagdish Shettar needs to be loyal to the party. He needs to stay loyal, and he's betrayed the party now, and they've also questioned that all these days his ideologies are that of the BJP and of the Jansangh, but now immediately how can one change their ideologies for their own selfish gains which was questioned by the party workers in Davangere, Samiksha.
But Prajwal, just a follow-up question. I wanted to know about the ticket that was denied to Jagdish Shettar by the BJP. We understand he wanted to, of course, contest from the Hubballi-Dharwad region. But tell us, if he was not given that ticket from Hubballi, is there a possibility that he could have been given a ticket from some other constituency?
Jagdish Shettar had made it clear, Samiksha. He had made 3 important points very clear. One, first and foremost, he had gone ahead and stated that no matter what, he will be contesting from Hubballi, Dharwad Central. And even if other constituencies were given to him, he would not take up the offer. Secondly, the BJP party also did not want to offer him a ticket from any of the assembly constituency, and they wanted to elevate him to a post of the MP in Rajya Sabha, and later they would also make him the union minister, as what was promised, is what was being stated.
All right. Also, Prajwal, has the BJP really come out in stating how much of this is going to impact the party? Because let's not forget, he is a Lingayat leader, and that is, of course, a setback of sorts for the BJP just ahead of the polls in the state.
No matter what, the BJP, even if it says that it won't be affected, it will definitely go ahead and prove to be quite crucial in at least 20 to 25 assembly constituencies here, Samiksha, because there is a lot of Lingayat vote bank as well. And even though his critics might state that his particular clout is limited only to Hubli, Dharwad, he also is one of the tallest Lingayat leaders in the North Karnataka region, because remember that he's built the party from scratch in North Karnataka as well. And even though Shettar might not have the capacity to get the candidates victorious, but he definitely has the capacity to go and eat into the vote share of the Lingayats, and especially the BJP vote share too, which would prove to be beneficial for the third party over here. And in North Karnataka, the beneficiaries would definitely be the JDs as well. So let's wait and watch as to what might happen in these 25 assembly constituencies. But definitely Jagdish Shettar jumping the ship from the BJP to the Congress would be quite detrimental in the outcome of the elections.
Yes, and Prajwal, just a quickly last question before we let you go. With the third list of the BJP also out now, do you see that there are more disgruntled leaders within the BJP, and could there be more defections in the coming days?
As of now, all eyes will be on the Raja Assembly constituency here, Samiksha, because S.A. Ramdas was expected to get a ticket from there, but till the last moment the BJP did not announce it. And in the third list, which was released yesterday, he's missed out on the ticket, and he's also a sitting MLA and a prominent leader of the BJP party too. Now this particular ticket has been given to Srivatsa, who's an RSS functionary and a very close aide of BL Santosh as well. So now questions being asked whether that they can see the stamp of BL Santosh on the BJP list, which has also been released too. But all said and done, Pratap Simha and Srivatsa had tried to woo S.A. Ramdas. They had also been to his residence last night, but S.A. Ramdas had snubbed and ignored all the top leaders of the BJP from the Mysore region as well, and he's clearly stated that he does not want to have a word. And if S.A. Ramdas switches over to either the Congress or the JDS, it will only be advantage for whichever party that he switches to.
All right, Prajwal, thank you for the moment. So Prajwal, they're getting us all the latest from poll-bound state Karnataka. Remember, elections are all set to happen on 10th of May, and with the poll battle only heating up, a setback of sorts coming in for the BJP, with Jagdish Shettar resigning from the BJP and officially joining the Congress party. On that note, we slip into a very short break, but live and breaking to continue on the other side of this very short. Coming up on the other side, the latest from Rajasthan, as Vadra Congress yet to decide on revolt. Pilot camp throws a dare, says be ready to face repercussions. And mega roadshows, rallies and bigwigs set to file nominations. It's a high prestige fight in poll-bound Karnataka.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Dragging back economic fugitives, fantastic. But a crackdown on corruption alone is not enough to steer the economy.
That is where the reforms are not just to remove those who are with several cases of corruption and disproportionate assets. This will ensure that at a local level, no officer can go about saying, hey, I've come to inspect you, without the system approving it.
You come from the northeast, but then the concept of integrated India, Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat Kar, this concept is very relevant to every state and specifically the northeast.
So I think it's the balance and between that, and I think the leadership along with the flexibility in the constitutional framework that we have is really what will allow this beautiful nation of ours, which has this complexity, yet, as you said, the nation first approach is really what is a way to move forward in. And so I think there is always a way forward, respecting the different communities, respecting the difference that we have, and yet keeping the nation first is really the way forward that we need.
The tone of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
सर्विस जो कि एक बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी सर्विस के तौर पर माना जा रहा है। भारत सबसे अधिक तीव्र गति से डिजिटलीकरण करने वाली इकोनॉमी है।
Do you think that at every point any agency, whether it's the ED, the CBI, the ACB, questions need to be raised on them?
I personally think that in a democratic country, Parliament must have full control of the agencies as well. Why do we make them into what is called a holy cow, that nobody can touch them? They must be made answerable. You may not interfere in a specific investigation, but at the end of the day, they must be made accountable to Parliament.
Good morning and welcome. You are watching Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Well, India's newest and biggest news event is back. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital on the 25th and 26th of this month. It's got the biggest names, the biggest newspapers and the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event. Now, India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And here's a quick recap of the headlines at 9:30 this morning.
घरों में जाकर चाय पीते थे, उनकी राजनीति में, उनकी सरकारों में इनको संरक्षण मिलता था। अब ये सवाल खड़ा होता है कि ये सब इनके लिए क्यों बोलते हैं।
Minister Anurag Thakur takes on Atik apologists in a scathing attack. "72 hours after Atik and Ashraf's murder, internet services are restored in Prayagraj and Kaushambi. The Congress is yet to decide on the revolt that's brewing in Rajasthan. Pilot camp throws a dare, says, "Be ready to face repercussions." In Patna, a woman officer is dragged, abused and attacked by the sand mafia, but Nitish Kumar is silent. Mega road shows, rallies and big wigs set to file their nominations. It's a high-octane fight in battleground Karnataka. And there's complete mayhem on the streets of Sudan as at least 90 people are killed in crossfire between the army and the paramilitary. Well, a video has now emerged from Patna where a large group of people was seen attacking a woman officer from the mining department, and a total of 44 people have been arrested so far and 3 FIRs have been filed in the case. The woman officer was from the state's mining department, and people who attacked her by dragging and hurling abuses at her were allegedly involved in illegal sand mining activity in Bihar's Bihta town. So pictures on your screen are of what happened there. You can see that woman officer being dragged and assaulted by a group of people. Prakash is joining us live on the phone line. I think he's on the phone line right now. Prakash, good morning. Give us more details of what happened. Obviously, this is, a gruesome sort of an attack, and does clearly indicate that this mafia does run amok in various parts of Bihar.
Yes, the sand mafia are largely have their presence largely in the riverine areas of Bihar, and this particular incident took place in the Gangetic belt, around 40-45 kilometers away from Patna in Beta area, on the riverine areas of Ganges, where there is illegal mining of sand that is taking place in large areas in the riverine areas. Now, a team of mining officers led by this lady officer had gone there to inspect the overloaded trucks, and she had got hold of more than 150 trucks, seized 150 trucks, and thereafter the illegal sand mining mafia wanted to rescue their truck, and in the process they were engaged in a skirmish with the mining officials and the police party that was engaged there. And thereafter this incident took place, a stone pelting, as we can see in the visuals taking place, and in one of the visuals the lady officer was being chased away, and somehow she was rescued by one person that we can see in the visual. She was also hurt, and meanwhile she was admitted in the hospital, in the nearby hospital, and rescued somehow. The police officials have arrested more than 44 people, and 3-4 FIRs have also been lodged in that particular area. A large number of police party have been deployed in the Pareo village of this particular area, and now the situation seems to be under control, but the police is maintaining a tight vigil.
All right, do stay with us, Prakash. We've also got Nikhil Anand from the BJP on the phone line with us. Mr. Anand, good morning. Mr. Anand, this is really a sad state of affairs that we are seeing in Bihar, particularly with respect to, officers who are just doing their duty.
See, there is a horrible state of affairs in Bihar, and the morale of police, administration, and all the mining officials are very low. The way the mining mafias, the liquor mafias, and the organized crime syndicate have taken over, it seems that Nitish Kumar has lost his control. And what happened in Bihar is really a sorry state of affairs. The mining officials, and there is no denying to this fact that mining officials were raiding those areas to collect money. And you won't believe that in Bihar, the districts are allotted to the mining officials to collect money, and around 30 crore, 20 crore, it is a monthly collection movement. It is going on. And when the truck drivers protested against the illegal collection, and the scuffle started taking place, in that, many officials, the lady inspector and everyone was beaten. But you cannot see that one side is the accused. Both sides have their black area, and we all know that there are mining mafias active in Bihar, in that area, particular area. But in turn, after everything happened, all the police officials and everyone went to the Bihta block Pramukh office, and they destroyed the vehicles, the property. So we see that there is a foul play from both the sides, the mining officials as well as the mining mafia. So Nitish Kumar has not been able to set a moral line, draw a moral line between all the functioning of his in course of his governance. And there is a complete chaos, lawlessness. like situation.
Right. Mr. Anand, do stay with us. Neeraj Kumar from the JDU is also joining us on the phone line. Mr. Kumar, you just heard Mr. Nikhil Anand over there. You know, the BJP says that there is complete lawlessness in the state, and this incident that took place where this woman officer was dragged and assaulted by the mining mafia is just, you know, one example of how lawless the state has become.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Neeraj Kumar.
I want to speak in English. पहले तो बेटा के जहाँ की घटना है वहाँ पुलिस ने कार्रवाई किया, यह दुखद घटना है, लेकिन यह भी आपको देखना चाहिए उसी बिहटा का रहने वाला बालू से संबंध रखने वाला प्रोडक्शन कंपनी का जीवन लाल को भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने भी एमएलसी का टिकट दिया। इनकम टैक्स का रेड हुआ उसके घर पर, इनकम टैक्स का रेड हुआ, 1 महीने के बाद बीजेपी ने उसको टिकट दे दिया और उस एफआईआर में इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने यह कहा कि वो अपने घर से कागजात लेकर करके भाग गए। तो आप तो पॉलिटिकली उसको इनाम देते हैं। और आपको यह भी याद होगा कि इनके जनक राम जी मंत्री थे और जनक राम मंत्री के प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी मृत्युंजय कुमार के इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंस में भी छापा मारा तो करोड़ों की संपत्ति हम लोगों ने जब्त की जब इनके मिनिस्टर थे, माइनिंग मिनिस्टर थे। और हमको लगता है कि गवर्नेंस को अगर कोई कह रहा हो तो यूपी वाले पर कभी नहीं गवर्नेंस की चर्चा होती है कि प्रयागराज में गवर्नेंस का कहीं कोई चुनौती नहीं था, कोई मामला नहीं था, कहीं कोई मामला नहीं। उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस ने जो किया तो जो 17 पुलिसकर्मी को सस्पेंड जो हुए अधिकतर हिंदुए था। क्या हो रहा है? बिहार में घटना हुई, पुलिस ने तुरंत कार्रवाई किया, तुरंत 40 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हुई, 3 ऑफिसर 3 एफआईआर हुए। लेकिन जरा दूसरे जगह को भी देखना चाहिए, केवल बिहार ही सेंट्रिक रहता है। बिहार में घटना हुई, ठीक है, इस पर डिबेट होना चाहिए, लेकिन यूपी वाले पर डिबेट नहीं हुआ। बड़ा हमको भी लगा कि इतना बड़ा इश्यू पर डिबेट क्यों नहीं हो रहा है भाई, ये तो बहुत गंभीर इश्यू है। पुलिस कस्टडी में मारा जा रहा है, जुडिशियल कस्टडी में मारा जा रहा है और कोई कार्रवाई नहीं, कोई एसपी पर कार्रवाई नहीं, किसी पर कार्रवाई नहीं। यहाँ तो देखिए 40 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी लगभग हो चुकी है।
जी नीरज,
पॉलिटिकली आप किसी को प्रोटेक्ट करिएगा। बालू माफिया सरकार पर आरोप लगा रहे हैं, अब बालू का जो कारोबार कर रहा है उसको बीजेपी टिकट दे रहा है, इनकम टैक्स का रेड उसके घर पर हो रहा है, उसको पुरस्कार में अपने गया टीचर कंस्टिट्यूएंसी से जीवन लाल को एमएलसी बना दिया। ये क्या हो रहा है
जी?
पॉलिटिकली संरक्षण दे रहे हैं
जी। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल नीरज कुमार जी हमारे साथ रहिए। आई थिंक मिस्टर निखिल आनंद इज ऑल्सो स्टिल विद अस ऑन द फोन लाइन। मिस्टर निखिल आनंद, वुड यू लाइक टू काउंटर दोज चार्जेस, you know, that the JDU is making about the BJP, saying that you are also equally responsible for sheltering people who are essentially attached to the mining mafia? Your response, please.
देखिए, बिहार का एक बेशर्म मुख्यमंत्री आरजेडी की गोद में बैठकर प्रवचन दे रहा है और उनके प्रवक्ता प्रवचन दे रहे हैं। और ये राधाचरण सेठ संत है क्या? इन लोगों को शर्म भी नहीं आती। बिहार में 50,000 करोड़ का अवैध शराब और ड्रग का कारोबार चल रहा है, इसके पैसे इसके, और ये सत्ता संरक्षित काम चल रहा है, इसके पैसे नीतीश कुमार के पॉकेट में नहीं जा रहे हैं क्या? और ये बालू माफिया की बात करते हैं, बालू माफियाओं से उगाही कर रही है सरकार अवैध तरीके से माइनिंग ऑफिशियल्स को लगा करके चीले बांट किए गए हैं। चीले को 30 करोड़ 40 करोड़ में नीलामी चीजों की कर दी गई है और शर्म भी नहीं आती है। आप पिटवाते हैं, वहां अधिकारियों को पिटवा रहे हैं, जनप्रतिनिधियों को पिटवा रहे हैं और इस तरह से अनर्गल प्रलाप करके आरजेडी की गोद में बैठकर आप पिंड छुड़ा सकते हैं क्या इल्जाम से? ये बिहार में
जी नीरज कुमार जी,
मुझे भी बोलने दीजिए। पहला कि डिस्टर्ब मुख्यमंत्री कहा गया है, बहुत गंभीर बात है। खबरदार ऐसी भाषा का इस्तेमाल राज्य के निर्वाचित मुख्यमंत्री जो पब्लिक चैनल पर करवा रहे हैं। रिपब्लिक चैनल सहमत है इससे? यस नो बोलिए, यस नो बोलिए। एंकर है आप बोलिए। आप किसी राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के बारे में कह रहे डिस्टर्ब है?
Right, Mr. Neeraj Kumar, I would request you not to. Both of you gentlemen, please don't get personal. This is just a debate about the incident that happened.
को
नहीं इंडिविजुअल आरोप आप किसी के क्रेडिबिलिटी पर लगा रहे हैं।
मुख्यमंत्री को माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
मुझे बोलने दीजिए,
मुख्यमंत्री को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए।
आप चाहे तो चुप करवाइए, मुझे बोलवाइए।
बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री को इस्तीफा
पहला सवाल मेरा है,
जनप्रतिनिधियों को पिटवा रहे हैं, पुलिस को पिटवा रहे हैं। अरे पुलिस का मोराल डाउन है।
Nikhil Anand, stay with us. Neeraj Kumar is asking you a question. If you could just respond to that, and after that, gentlemen, I'm afraid we are running out of time right now.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मुझे यह कहने दीजिए, राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री को अगर डिस्टर्ब मुख्यमंत्री कहा जा रहा है, क्या रिपब्लिक चैनल सहमत है? यस या नो? फर्स्ट। सेकंड, क्या यह सही है कि राधाचरण सेठ जनता दल यू के एमएलसी हैं, लेकिन यह भी सही है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जीवन लाल उसी ब्रॉडसन कंपनी के, जिसके जेडीयू के एमएलसी हैं, उसी कंपनी के में पार्टनर है, जिनको बीजेपी ने 1 महीना टिकट दिया, बीजेपी एमएलसी बनाया। और बीजेपी यह बताए कि क्या उसके घर पर इनकम टैक्स का रेड हुआ था? इनकम टैक्स रेड में यह आरोप लगा था कि ये कागजात लेके भाग गए थे और उनको बीजेपी ने टिकट दिया, तो यह माना जाए कि बीजेपी को भी इकोनॉमिक फायदा हुआ है उससे, बीजेपी के अंडर हैंड डीलिंग हुई है, इसके चलते आप बालू वाले को
राइट मिस्टर कुमार।
थर्ड, क्या यह माइनिंग मिनिस्टर जनक राम इनके थे? उनके प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी मृत्युंजय सिंह जब ये सरकार में थे, क्या उसके यहाँ रेड हुआ था? और रेड होने के बाद करोड़ों की संपत्ति, उसके गर्लफ्रेंड तक की बात आई थी, बहुत सारी बातें आई थी। भाई आप गवर्नेंस को आप कर रहे हैं, और नीतीश कुमार नहीं, पहले तो आपको अपना परसेप्शन क्लियर करना होगा। क्या नीतीश कुमार डिस्टर्ब मुख्यमंत्री से आप सहमत है या असहमत है? रिपब्लिक चैनल स्पष्ट करे इसको।
Mr. Kumar, we don't endorse any sort of personal attacks on any leaders over here. Nikhil Anand, quick response. I'm sorry, we're just completely running out of time. So, quick response, Mr. Anand. Right. All right, gentlemen. I'm afraid we are out of time. Thank you both of you for joining us right now. So, both parties, of course, trading charges at the moment and blaming each other for this lawlessness that we see. And here's a quick look at what else is taking place across the country. Now, the Ministry of Home Affairs is keeping an eye on the law and order related developments in Uttar Pradesh after the murders of gangster-turned-politician Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf by 3 assailants Saturday. People familiar with the development said Monday. Uttar Pradesh police have shifted their focus to tracing the slain gangster politician Atiq Ahmed's absconding wife Shaista Parveen, and are surprised that she did not either surrender or turn up for the burials. Well, police have, of course, intensified the search for Atiq Ahmed's wife, Shaista Parveen. Union Minister Anurag Thakur slammed the opposition for criticizing the killing of gangster-turned-politician Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf. He went on to say that these same mafia leaders used to attack common people, kill and loot them, but we never heard any of these politicians speaking out against it.
यही माफिया वाले जब आम जनमानस पर, व्यापारी पर प्रहार करते थे, मारते थे, दबाकर वसूली करते थे, तब इनमें से आप में से किसी नेता को बोलते हुए नहीं सुना, क्योंकि यही नेता इन्हीं माफिया और डॉन के घरों में जाकर चाय पीते थे। उनकी राजनीति में, उनकी सरकारों में इनको संरक्षण मिलता था। अब ये सवाल खड़ा होता है कि ये सब इनके लिए क्यों बोलते हैं।
The External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held talks with his Russian Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov, who is also the country's Minister of Industry and Trade, after the latter began his two-day visit to India. At the meeting, the External Affairs Minister commented on ties between India and Russia, stating that the two nations have historic people-to-people ties.
Let me try to place the economic cooperation in a strategic context. Our partnership today is a subject of attention and comment. not because it has changed, but because it has not. Indeed, it has been among the steadiest of the major relationships of the world in the contemporary era.
Well, the NIA has taken over the probe into the violent demonstration of pro-Khalistan protesters outside the Indian High Commission in London last month and is likely to send out a team very soon to investigate a larger conspiracy. A special investigation team of the Kerala police probing the fire incident in a moving train. A special investigation team of the Kerala police probing the fire incident in a moving train earlier this month that left 3 people dead said Monday that the lone accused Shahrukh Saifi was highly radicalized, and videos of the controversial Islamic preacher like Zakir Naik and Israr Ahmed were recovered from his mobile. A massive fire broke out at the scrap compound in Mandala's Mankhurd area. Police and fire tenders arrived immediately at the spot. The Supreme Court has issued notices to the Nagaland Chief Minister and the State Chief Secretary and tribal leaders for repealing the Nagaland Municipal Act and violating an undertaking given to the court to roll out 33% reservation for women in local bodies after a gap of more than a decade. Well, sources tell Republic TV that the 3 men who allegedly shot Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf were said to be inspired by the jail gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Now, the operation to kill Atiq Ahmed was planned by Sunny Singh, who watched interviews and videos of Lawrence Bishnoi. Sources are also telling Republic TV that the shooters made these disclosures during their interrogation. I'm going to try and go across to Tanisha, who has more details and is reporting live from Prayagraj. But the latest that we are getting is that the 3 people who are involved with the assassination of Atiq Ahmed and his brother essentially were inspired by Lawrence Bishnoi.